It's a bright, sunny morning, and you're on your way to what should have been an exciting day out. A field trip to an abandoned mansion, a relic of a bygone era shrouded in mystery and local folklore. The air is thick with anticipation, and the chatter of your classmates only adds to the mounting excitement. The mansion, once a symbol of grandeur, now stands decrepit and forsaken, its crumbling walls echoing the whispers of a forgotten past. You enter, the wooden floors creaking under your weight, the air heavy with a sense of unease. The mansion is silent, but for the distant, strange, echoing noises that seem to come from the very walls themselves. They're faint, barely discernible, but unmistakably there, a haunting echo that sends a chill down your spine. Suddenly, your teacher, the one reliable adult in this eerie situation, inexplicably vanishes. Panic sets in, the echoes grow louder, more insistent, and you can't shake off the feeling of unseen eyes watching your every move. The search for your missing teacher leads you to a chilling discovery, a hidden underground tunnel, its entrance camouflaged in the mansion's decaying structure. You descend into the depths, the echoes growing louder, reverberating through the tunnel. The darkness is suffocating, the silence punctuated by your own heartbeat pounding in your ears. You continue on, driven by a mix of fear and determination, until you finally emerge into the light. As they emerged from the darkness, they knew they were forever changed. The haunting echo, the disappearance of their teacher, the hidden tunnel. It was an experience that would haunt them for the rest of their lives. A chilling reminder of the day their innocent school trip turned into a true horror story. After the echo of the previous story fades, picture a dusty, forgotten town where time seems to have stopped, a place so remote, it's as if the rest of the world has forgotten it exists. This is the destination of our next field trip horror story. The group arrived in the midday sun, greeted by an eerie silence that seemed to swallow up even the faintest sounds. A ghost town that was once bustling with life now stood as a monument to a time long past. Its empty streets echoed with forgotten laughter and whispers of what once was. As they explored the desolate town, the group discovered a lone inhabitant, an old man who had been living in the town long after everyone else had left. His eyes held a strange glimmer, and his behavior was peculiar. He would mumble incoherent phrases, and his gaze would often drift off to unseen specters. Yet, he was their only source of the town's history and its mysteries. As the sun began to set, the town took on a different persona. The shadows lengthened, the buildings seemed to loom over them, and the chilling silence became more oppressive. That's when the chase began. The old man, who had been their guide, turned into a figure of terror. He chased them through the labyrinth of darkened streets, his chilling laughter echoing through the night. It was a race for survival. The terrified group managed to escape and leave the ghost town behind, their hearts pounding in their chests, their breaths coming out in ragged gasps. They were safe, but they were forever marked by the terror they had experienced. As they left the ghostly town behind, they carried with them a tale of terror that would chill the bravest hearts. As we leave the ghost town behind, we find ourselves in a forest where the trees whisper ancient secrets. Picture it, a class of eager students embarking on a hiking trip, their hearts filled with anticipation and their minds buzzing with excitement. They step into the forest, unaware that they've entered a realm where reality and nightmare intertwine. The forest is a living entity, an ancient being that has watched centuries unfold. It's not just trees and foliage, but a repository of tales that stretch back to the mists of time. To the untrained eye, it seems like just another forest, but it's not. It's a cursed forest. As the day bleeds into twilight, the forest starts to reveal its true nature. The students, once brimming with excitement, now feel a creeping dread. They sense they're not alone. The trees seem to close in around them, the shadows growing longer, deeper. The first strange vision comes in the form of a spectral deer, its eyes glowing an unnatural green. It appears and disappears, leading them deeper into the forest. Then, the chilling cries begin. echoing through the night. They're not the sounds of known animals. They're otherworldly, eerie, sending shivers down their spines. The students huddle together, their laughter and chatter replaced by a terrified silence. Their teachers try to maintain order, but fear has a way of seeping into the cracks, spreading like a relentless tide. The once thrilling adventure morphs into a nightmarish ordeal. As dawn breaks, they finally find their way out, leaving behind the cursed forest and its unseen horror. Their relief is palpable, but their faces are pale, their eyes haunted. They've seen something they can't explain, experienced a fear they can't put into words. As they staggered out of the forest, they bore the scars of a story that was too terrifying to be true. But the forest knows the truth, and its ancient secrets remain, whispered amongst the trees. The echoes of our tales have faded, leaving us in a chilling silence. We've journeyed through 3 haunting narratives, each one more terrifying than the last. We began with The Haunting Echo, where an innocent laughter turned into a nightmarish echo, forever etched in the minds of those students. The second story took us to The Forgotten Town, a place where time stood still and the students witnessed horrors beyond their wildest imagination. The very air in that town was filled with a dread that they took back with them, a chilling souvenir from a trip they would rather forget. Lastly, we walked through the cursed forest, where the whispers of the trees carried tales of horror and despair. The students, initially awestruck by the beauty of the forest, soon found themselves caught in a web of fear and mystery. Each of these stories left its mark on the students involved, transforming their field trip into a chilling memory they'd carry for a lifetime. These tales remind us that horror can lurk in the most unexpected places, waiting to transform an ordinary field trip into a nightmare. As the shadows of our stories lengthen, it's time for us to depart. Our journey together through these haunting tales of field trip horrors has reached its end. But remember, the terror doesn't have to end here. Share your own chilling field trip tales in the comments. If you crave more suspense, more thrills, hit that subscribe button. In the world of horror, the line between reality and nightmare is blurred. Until next time, stay safe and remember, the next horror story might be yours.